Of course, right when I'm gonna start the video, she starts barking. Milu! And I was just standing here looking at the camera for the past 2 minutes because I had no idea how to start the video. Now she just gave me the perfect intro where, she just started barking. Anyway, hello everyone. I've been missing for like 2 weeks, I think, maybe a little bit more. I just got out of my shower because I was working out, so I'm red as a tomato, and my hair is wet from the shower. But yeah, I just wanted to start the intro for this video, otherwise I'm never gonna start. And I just wanted to say that I've been absent mostly because I've been having such a major art block. I don't think it has ever been this bad, where I'll either have an idea but I can't do it, and it's hard to explain why I can't do it. It's just like I think and I'm like, there's no motivation, there's no inspiration. Even though I think it's a good idea, I just can't bring myself to do it, or I just don't have any ideas whatsoever. And sorry, it's just my glasses, nothing I can do. Yeah, that's how I've been for the past 2 weeks. I think it has, I loved Peachtober and I loved the challenge of doing one drawing, one painting per day for the whole month, but it was a bit too much. It was a bit too much just because I was also doing something very major to myself and to my art, which was to open my online shop, which is now open. It has like 5 products, but I am planning on adding more soon. And just getting everything ready, everything photographed, everything organized, the shipping, what's the shipping options, the shipping, rules or whatever that you have to have figured out and implemented when you go online, whether you have a lot of followers, whether a lot of people are gonna buy or not. It's good to have that implemented, and it's good to have those informations. And it was very stressful to try and get the deadline, because I did the deadline to myself, obviously, because it's not like it was something official or like with other people. It was just me that was like, no, I have to do this by the end of October 31st because I have like a Halloween bookmark theme that I want to do, and it's October 31st, and just that's how I got the date. And doing one drawing every day, working a full-time job, and then trying to come up with designs, get the designs ready, manufactured, sent back to me, and then it was a hassle. And I think that's why I've been so tired. I was supposed to do this whole video about me opening up my online shop, but I just couldn't do it because I couldn't find the time. Mostly because of my full-time job, I was really tired and I couldn't find the time to really focus and try and do just a single video exclusively about the store. It's fine, it happens. Maybe next time when I do like a shop update or something, I might be able to do just one video about a shop update. But yeah, that's how I've been doing. Serious major art block. I have been drawing some things. My birthday was last week and I got these cool pencils. My boyfriend got me these cool pencils for my birthday. It's like a huge set with a lot of colors, and I used those pencils obviously, and I did a simple drawing. I didn't put a lot of pressure on myself to do like a big thing. I'm just like, oh, I wanted to draw a flower, so I went and I drew a flower, because I think I already have a lot of pressure because I can't paint anything. So if I start putting more pressure onto me, like, oh no, I have to do like this big complex painting, it's gonna be worse. So I'm just planning on going smoothly, trying out the pencils, trying out the colors, and this video is all about how do I paint or how do I cope with this art block? How do I try to get myself out of it? And yeah, I basically just want to have a chill day. I don't know if I'm gonna split this into 2 videos, if I'm gonna film it all just today or maybe today and tomorrow. It really depends on how much I can do, but I'm gonna try, and I just wanna chill with you guys a little bit because it's been a while since I recorded anything. So yeah, I just worked out. I'm super red, super tired, and super hungry, so I'm gonna go and make my lunch. I also forgot to tell you that during this crazy October month, I also bought this shelf that you see behind me, and we painted that shelf this crazy green color that I really love. And we bought these lights that usually work better at night, obviously, because I thought it was a cute background also to show you this small little project that we had, and I think it turned out pretty good. The amount of books that I have is not enough for just this shelf, so I would probably have to get another one just for books, but that's okay. Most of them are already in here, so yeah, I think it turned out pretty cute. I can't wait to fill it with stuff. So, as we watched this footage of me painting, I realized that for a video that is all about art block, I kind of paint a lot. I do a lot of creative work in this video, which doesn't really make sense if I'm talking about art block, but um, it does make a little bit, it does make sense though. It does make sense. I was thinking that it could be contradiction, like I'm having art block, but then the video is all about me painting. But the truth is, I wasn't exactly forcing myself to paint, but I was feeling the pressure. I was feeling the pressure of not doing anything, either on digital painting, the digital illustration, or just working on my sketchbook. I wasn't really doing anything because all the time I was thinking I should paint or I should draw or I should at least try and do something, even if it's just thinking about ideas of what I want to do. I do have, I am planning on updating my shop again. I just opened it in the end of October. I'm gonna leave the link down below to the new one that is already updated, but I really wanted to work on products, and so I was doing that until I realized my motivation and my true desire to be doing that wasn't as in tune as what it had been months ago or even last month. I think it has a little bit to do with the Peachtober challenge. I may have overestimated how hard, or I thought it would be easier to do a drawing every day for the whole month of October. But the truth is, when it was over, I just I just didn't want to have anything to do with uploading on Instagram every day. But, here we are, it's November, and 16th of November when I'm recording this, and I haven't uploaded not even a reel on Instagram, and I'm already feeling the followers, just the list going down. But I'm not gonna force myself to do it. I think I'm just gonna put a lot of pressure on myself, and that's not really my goal right now. I just want to keep exploring. So yeah, I already have an idea of a reel, but I'm not gonna force it. You know what I mean? So when I was doing the products, I was really feeling inspired, and they do look good, and I do like them, and I think they're good ideas. But then at some point, I don't know if I just got really tired or because I'm on holiday from my full-time job. It just felt so overwhelming, like I have all the time in the world to do art, and then I just don't know what to do. And it's really frustrating because this was the perfect time for me to explore new things and to paint and draw, and I just couldn't do anything. And I have 10 more days. I think it's 10 more days, but it just feels sad because I did want to take this time to paint and draw. And I know that the second I go back to work, that's when everything's gonna come back, and I want to paint and I want to draw, and I'm at work. It's just how it works, right? Sometimes just that's how it goes. But yeah, not even for a video. I was really, and the last two videos I made, not the last one about the tattoo designs, but the previous one is the one with the highest views I've ever had on a video that I uploaded. So that should be motivating enough. But at the same time, since I wasn't painting or drawing, and this channel is mostly about that, and if I'm not doing that, then what am I gonna record? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna record just a typical day in my life because that's not the kind of content that I want to create. So that's what I've been thinking throughout these days. But somehow for the past 2 days, I've been thinking about it more and more. So I'm trying to force myself little by little to do things that are gonna inspire me. I started with the website, so I've completely changed it. I think, I don't know, I want to move into Squarespace, but to be honest, Squarespace is really expensive when you are just starting out, but I want to try their designs, and they do allow me to have more products than the free one that I'm currently using. By the way, if you know any host that I can have an online store for free, I know I'm asking too much, but if you know any that I can have for free, let me know, because the one I'm using, I can only have 5 products, and I'm trying to get prints and more stuff into my shop that I'm doing right now. So if you know any, just let me know. But yeah, I completely lost track of what I was saying. But basically, speaking of the website, yeah, I grabbed the website whole update idea just to try and motivate me. So yeah, that's basically, I've lost track of thought now. I don't know what else I wanted to say, but yeah, I just really wanted to come up in, in this little moment where I'm chatting and just try to explain why I've been so away from all of this. It's mainly because I just don't know what to do. So, yeah, I've been talking for almost 7 minutes, I've just realized. And let's just get on with the video. I might introduce another voiceover at some point. I don't know. I was feeling it, just talking a little bit. So, I'll see. I'm gonna start editing the video now. So, bye. Will you focus? Yes. Hello. So yeah, during the night, the lights look cuter than when I started the video, but I thought it was fitting to finish this video with the reflection that I've been having for the past few weeks in the same spot where I started the video. I initially recorded this just as a voiceover, but then I thought it would be better to show my face, even though it makes me a little bit uncomfortable. But for the past few weeks, I've been reflecting on like the situation of the world, society in a matter of speaking. And first of all, I don't want to insult anyone with what I'm going to say. It's nothing too bad, but I don't know, people sometimes are sensible, and I do have strong opinions about these topics, so I don't want to offend anyone. I'm not gonna go in here and speak for like half an hour of how right I am and how wrong you are. That's not what I mean, but at all, with what I'm gonna say. But for the past few weeks, I've been reflecting on something that happens to me a lot, more than it did before. But just to give you an idea, ever since I was little, and when I say little, I'm talking like 10, maybe 11 years old, I've always been very interested in politics and the situation in my country, in the world, wherever I could find news about anything. It's an interest of mine. Maybe it's about my parents, or just, I don't know. But it's an interest of mine, reading, knowing, learning, trying to understand the patterns of the society, what happens and what should actually happen. And it's been something very important to me throughout the years, which means I have some strong opinions about several things. And those strong opinions sometimes get into a shock. I mean, it's like when I encounter someone who has this kind of like message of hatred, or just polluting everyone else around them with racism, homophobia, you name it. Or just someone who is so out of touch with reality and how bad someone's reality can be. Those kind of people, I've spent so much time trying to understand why they came to a point where that's their opinion and that's the message that they send to the world, the message of hate and violence, and I just don't understand. And maybe I'm stupid for trying to understand, but it's just how my brain works. I'm listening to these people talk and I'm trying to understand what makes them. Is it a bad experience that they had with a particular someone and now it's escalated to a whole different thing? Or is it just, it's their I don't know, maybe an influence they had in their life? I don't know. Again, I'm not trying to say that I'm right, you're wrong, but I just feel like I feel like it's not right to accept those kinds of messages. You and I can agree or disagree in many, many, many different things, but we can still have some basic ground, basic rules or limits that we don't trespass. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to jump into a conclusion about someone because they look a certain way or because you have this stereotype in your head. It really doesn't make sense to me. And I know that sometimes I do fall into that trap of a stereotype, and everyone does. I think it's part of our nature. You formulate a thought every second, so it's normal to think those things. What is not normal is to not think about them. Try to process it, like, why did I think this? Is it wrong? Is it right? I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking just nonsense, but I find it very difficult to understand that thought, that line of thought. And for the past few weeks, I've just concluded that I don't have to accept, I don't have to agree. Obviously, I don't have to agree, but I don't have to accept that this person has a different opinion when this opinion comes from hate. I just don't think it's acceptable. We shouldn't accept a message that hurts someone else or that it just has no fundamental logic behind it. It's just based on hate, violence, ignorance. I don't think this should be acceptable. And one of two situations happens. One, I just walk away from the subject. I don't want to argue with this person because it's like a cycle, it's like you start somewhere and then you realize you're just not going anywhere. So one, I try to not speak. I try to do something else. I try to leave the room if I can. I don't know. Or number two, because I have such strong opinions and sometimes I'm stubborn and I just can't shut up, I will reply. And that's gonna go into an argument. And sometimes I just don't have the strength to argue with these people because they don't seem to listen. They are just closed-minded. I don't like to call people closed-minded, but that's the word that comes to my head right now. And I don't know if anyone is gonna hear this and if I'm gonna get a lot of hatred for saying this, but I am just expressing my thoughts, my opinions. Maybe someone has been through this and they see themselves from what I'm saying. Maybe you have a tip that you can give me to try and live more peacefully, try not to get so irritated with these kinds of things. What do you do? Do you, those people that argue on the comment section? I don't do that, but sometimes it feels like I'm doing that in real life, if that makes sense. And I don't want to do that. I think I have strong opinions about politics, but that's a very tricky topic to go out in public and speak about it. It's tricky. I love speaking about politics and I love speaking about society in general, but in a debating, reflecting kind of way. I don't want to impose my views on anyone, but when someone is imposing hate thoughts and racism or whatever onto me, I feel that that's wrong and I don't have to accept it. And I think everyone's going to agree with this. I don't think I'm being too mean with this, with what I'm going with. Yeah, but anyway, I've been reflecting on, you know, the limits you can go with those attitudes, because everyone, freedom is a tough word, and I feel like if you give people the freedom to just give hate speeches or instigate violence, then you are bringing forward chaos. And that kind of freedom should not be, it should have a limit. I don't know if I know there is someone way smarter than me who has spoken about this before, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, you get what I'm going at, and I've been speaking for almost 10 minutes, so this video is going to be super long, but I had to come in here and speak about this, even if no one's going to listen to it. I just had to do it out loud, so let's incorporate that into the ending of the video. I didn't have any more footage, so I thought, let's just go ahead and be honest. So as always, thank you so much for watching my videos, for putting up with my awkwardness, with my sometimes broken English. It's been helpful to do these videos to practice my English, to be honest, but thank you so much. I already have a plan for my next video because all this editing and speaking has got my brain thinking again, so thank you so much for, being on this journey with me, and I will see you very soon. Bye.